Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to be your guide on this fascinating journey today. We're going to explore how to take seemingly random, messy strings of numbers and transform them into really powerful insights. And honestly, even more excitingly, into personal wealth. If you've ever stared blankly at a spreadsheet and wondered what the actual story is behind all those numbers, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to decode the matrix of data together.
Here is our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, becoming a data detective. Number 2, mastering central tendency. 3, measuring the data spread. 4, visualizing the big picture. And finally, number 5, building real financial acumen.
All right, Section 1, becoming a data detective. We're extracting deeper meaning from raw data.
Okay, let's dive right into this. There's a great concept that says, to truly understand the world, you must become a data detective. You know, in basic level 2 data representations, we just sort of skimmed the surface. But a really good detective, they don't stop at the surface. We're going to look way beyond basic numbers to uncover the real narrative hiding beneath, using advanced statistical measures. Basically, we're looking for the data's motive.
Moving on to Section 2, mastering central tendency. These are your basic interrogation tools.
Let's revisit a few familiar faces for our toolkit, right? The mean gives us the average. The median finds the exact middle point, and the mode points out the most frequent occurrence. And honestly, here's the best part about doing this today. You don't necessarily have to crunch these by hand anymore. Our interactive data analysis tools allow you to just input data sets and instantly generate these measures. But as the lead detective on the case, you still absolutely need to know which tool to trust in a given situation. And this brilliantly illustrates why you can't just rely on the average all the time. The mean is highly vulnerable. It can easily be skewed by an outlier. Think of an outlier as a saboteur just trying to completely skew the truth of your investigation. The median, however, it's robust. It acts as a heavy anchor against skewed data. Think about it. If one billionaire walks into a room of average earners, the mean income shoots through the roof, right? It's literally lying to you about the typical person in that room. But the median? The median stays grounded.
Section 3, measuring the data spread. Because sometimes the middle just isn't enough.
So, the plot thickens here. The middle alone isn't enough to solve our case. Just knowing the center of the data doesn't actually tell us how far the data stretches out. We need measures of dispersion to get the true, full story. This includes things like the range, percentiles, and quartiles. Percentiles are particularly fascinating, actually, because they help us understand the relative standing of a specific data point. It tells you exactly where a subject stands compared to everyone else in the lineup.
To really dissect this spread, we use quartiles, which beautifully divide our data into 4 equal parts. Let's walk through this sequence together. Step 1, you find the overall median. We call that Q2. Step 2, you look at just the bottom half of your data and find its median, and that becomes your Q1. And finally, step 3, you do the exact same thing for the top half to find Q3. By doing this, you've systematically chopped your entire messy data set into 4 equal, super manageable quarters. Which leads us to a massively important concept, the interquartile range, or IQR. This is a remarkably robust measure of statistical spread that represents the exact middle 50% of the data. Now, why does this matter so much? Because that middle 50% ignores all the crazy noise and the extreme outliers at the very top and bottom. It gives you the most reliable, unshakable truth of how your data is actually distributed. Section 4, visualizing the big picture. Time to look at the evidence board. Okay. So now that we have all our clues, the medians, the quartiles, the IQR, it's time to take them to the evidence board. Initially, raw job growth data points might just look like standard, boring bars on a chart. It's helpful, sure, but it's just the raw evidence. It doesn't tell us a single thing about the spread, the consistency, or those sneaky outliers. It desperately needs to be transformed by advanced statistical visualizations to reveal the deeper story. And folks, this is where the magic happens. Box and whisker plots turn all that raw data, the quartiles and the IQR, into a crystal clear, visual map of the truth. The box shows you that vital middle 50% we just talked about, the IQR, while the whiskers extend out to show the rest of the spread. It pulls every single statistical clue together in one quick glance, allowing professionals to present incredibly complex information with absolute, undeniable clarity. And remember, this isn't just abstract math for a whiteboard. This is how the real world actually operates. Medical researchers use these exact tools to analyze drug trial results, identifying true efficacy while filtering out those weird anomalous reactions. Market analysts use them to interpret massive job growth trends. Understanding data distribution helps these professionals make incredibly informed decisions and draw reliable conclusions from huge amounts of information.
Which brings us to Section 5, Building Real Financial Acumen. This is the payoff. Yes, this is the ultimate payoff, applying this mathematical literacy directly to your personal wealth. When you have rigorous problem-solving skills and you understand how data compounds and spreads, you can uncover the actual mechanics of money. And the absolute undeniable hero of strategic investment planning? Compound interest. This is interest calculated on the initial principal, which also includes all of the accumulated interest from previous periods. Basically, it's not just your money making money, it's your money's money making money. It is an incredible exponential curve of prosperity if you just understand how to wield it. And to wield it effectively, you need practical tools, like the number 72. The rule of 72 is an essential, almost magical little trick for calculating personal financial growth. If you take the number 72 and divide it by your annual compound interest rate, the result is exactly how many years it's going to take for your investment to double. No way, right? It's a quick, brilliant way to visualize your financial future, powered entirely by the math we've been discussing today.
So let's summarize what we've uncovered. Advanced mathematical literacy bridges rigorous problem-solving with practical, highly informed economic decisions. Whether you are finding the median of a data set to ignore a completely misleading outlier, or you're mapping the interquartile range to find the truth, or you're utilizing compound interest to build your wealth, this high-level mathematics fosters innovative conceptual understanding. It's all about practical application in diverse, real-world scenarios.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. In a world absolutely driven by data, will you be the one analyzed or the one analyzing? You now have the detective tools. You understand central tendency, data spread, and the financial formulas that drive wealth. You have the power to make your own informed economic decisions. Keep questioning, keep calculating, and use these tools to unlock the stories hidden in the numbers all around you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.